Hello traders, you're welcome back to the Forex Geek channel. In this particular video, we're just going to be talking about the best order block finder and supply and demand indicators on TradingView, right? And these are indicators that deliver extremely accurate buy and sell signals. So let us get straight into it, all right? If you have been trading for a while, you've probably heard of order blocks and supply and demand zones, right? These aren't just fancy terms, they are key elements of how institutional traders operate. So, understanding and leveraging these levels can transform how you trade. Okay, now what is the problem? Most indicators out there are either laggy, too complicated, or just not accurate. So there are actually a ton of tools out there, all right? However, there are some indicators that I can say, can actually give you some quality signals. And we just want to look at some of the indicators that can give you because what you want, that can do the heavy lifting for you. They automatically mark up valid order blocks and supply and demand zones, and even provide clear buy and sell signals based on market structure and volume imbalances. Here's why these indicators stand out, right? First, the order block finder. All right, let us use the order block finder. Let's add the order block finder indicator to the chart. Okay, so this indicator uses smart algorithms to detect zones where institutions have previously entered the market with large orders. All right, so these are areas where price is most likely to react in the future, creating perfect zones for entries and exits. All right, now the second indicator we're going to be looking at is the supply and demand indicator. All right, the supply and demand indicator. Okay, so the supply and demand indicator, as you can see, it highlights premium and discount zones based on historical price action. All right, you can see the important zones that this indicator highlights based on historical price action, giving you a clean view of where the market is likely to reverse or continue. So it removes the guesswork and shows you only the most relevant zones. Now, these tools work across all time frames and asset classes, whether you are trading Forex, crypto, indices, or stocks. They are perfect for scalping, day trading, or swing trading. All right, so here is how you can use these indicators. Yeah, you have to start by identifying the higher time frame trend. All right, after that, of course, your higher time frames, you can actually use the 4 hours or the daily chart, understand the trend, get to know the prevailing trend in the market at the time. All right, then you can use the supply and demand zones, supply and demand indicator to mark out the critical zones. Okay, then you let the order block finder pinpoint where smart money is likely stepping in. And finally, you look for a confluence of signals like price entering a demand zone with an order block forming to enter your trade with precision. So this was a very great opportunity to enter a buy because an order block was identified. At the same time, we had a support zone around here. So this would have been a very good place to buy before this massive bullish candle formed. You can see this massive bullish candle that will have risen all the way up to this supply zone. You can see all the way up to this supply zone. Your stop loss can just be below the previous swing low. So this would have been a great opportunity. And we have a risk to reward of about 1 to 2, 1 to 2.2. All right, so this was a great opportunity. when the order block indicator gave a signal that aligned with the supply and demand zone indicator. Okay, so what makes this even more powerful are the built-in, the built-in signals. All right, these are based on market structure shifts and volume analysis. When price hits a key zone and aligns with an internal shift in structure, all right, it could be a good signal. No more waiting, no more wondering. You have a confluence, all right, that you can take advantage of and ride moves based on institutional trading. All right, so if you have been relying on lagging indicators or just drawing zones manually and hoping for the best, this changes the game. We have already seen a very valid example right now. Let's see if we can see another example. Okay, the price action indicator, the supply and demand zones indicator, is currently giving us signals based on current price activity. So I think we might not really be able to find more historical examples, but basically, I think it's already understood, right? You just have to look for a confluence. When using this combination, you just have to look for a confluence. You can actually use these two indicators together, the order block finder and the supply and demand indicators. Look for a confluence like this one we found here, all right? And then you can see there was another confluence here. The supply and demand zone indicator gave us, you can see this green zone, gave us a buy signal. And then you can see the order block indicator identified a bullish order block here. And you can see there was a signal here. Coupled with that, can you see that we had a morning star candlestick pattern? So we had enough confirmation for a buy. We actually had enough confirmation for a buy. So this would have been a good place to enter a buy trade. It would have been a great place to enter a buy trade. After entering a buy trade, stop loss can be below the order block zone, and take profits as usual can be at the next key resistance, or the next important level. For a buy trade, can be the next supply zone. All right, you can see is a resistance. Okay, so this was a good opportunity. All right, so you can go ahead and try out these indicators on TradingView. All right, if you found value in this video, smash that like button. It helps more traders find content like this. And if you want more in-depth breakdowns like this one, subscribe to the channel and turn on that bell icon so you never miss an upload. In the meantime, thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Happy trading.